Hi there and welcome to the 12th and final Sporting Bet World Cup video. It's been a fantastic couple of months. We started looking at the group stages back in mid-May, Mark. I'm here with my colleague Marco here. We're looking at the final in a little bit. First though, Mark, I think we're duty bound just about to talk very quickly about Saturday's Boarfest World Cup third place playoff final, which I think is the most pointless exercise in sport, but we should just mention it. 65 Brazil to win that game, humbled on Tuesday night, humiliated, 13-5 the draw. Holland at 2-1 after getting knocked out last night by Argentina. Mark, very quick, brief thoughts on this particular game.
I think it's always a difficult game to judge. You know, what kind of mindset are these two teams going to be in after their semi-final exits, especially Brazil, who should be a little bit better. You've got to expect they're going to be a little bit better. So. Thiago Silva's back at least to shore up that defence. But you hear quotes from Arjen Robben saying he's just not interested in this game at all, which is obviously going to put you off a 2-1 on Holland here. So my advice is to look in the goals market. Some quite outstanding stats here. 1974 was the last game of this third-fourth playoffs to see under 2.5 goals. As you can see, overs is well backed in at 11-20. The last 9 have actually averaged 4 goals per game, so you can get over 3.5 at 6-4. It's quite short, but we're top price there, best price in the industry on over 3.5 goals, and I think it's not going to be a ball fest, put it that way.
Okay, excellent. I'm on a stag weekend. I might watch it. Unlikely, but unlikely. Better thing to do. Anyway, let's move on to the main course, the World Cup final on Sunday night. One of the great occasions in sport, perhaps the greatest occasion in sport. And we've got two fantastic teams lining up this particular year. It's Germany and Argentina. I remember the 1986 final, Mark. I was a little boy. It was a fantastic 3-2, incredible game. Borushaga scoring the winner for Argentina. And I remember the final 4 years later, which was awful. 1990, the first time a player had been sent off in a World Cup final, of course. What about the 2014 renewal? 6-5 Germany to win in 90 minutes, 21-10 the draw. Argentina 12-5. People have been talking since the game last night and saying it's all about Germany. They've got an extra day's rest. They hardly came off the bridle in the semi-final on Tuesday. Well, Argentina, the huff and puff and get past Holland on penalties. Do you subscribe to that line of thought?
Yeah, I can certainly see it. I can understand why Germany are being backed by everyone. It seems to Sporting Bet at the moment. Argentina are a great result for us because everyone wants to be with Germany. So ever since that game finished against Brazil, or even during the game, people were back in Germany. They didn't care if it was Holland or Argentina. They wanted to be with Germany. I think that game was quite interesting because a lot of people have eulogised about how good Germany were and also how awful Brazil were. It's hard to find a happy medium between the two. I think any conference club probably could have scored a couple of goals against Brazil the other night. I was quite impressed with the clinical nature of the German team. They scored pretty much every chance they got given, didn't they? Apart from Ozil late on, could have made it 8-0, but missed. I think that was the only one they missed. They've now won 27 of 31 competitive games since the last World Cup, 19 of those by at least 2 goals. They've only lost 1 of the last 27, including a friendlies. That was a reserve team game last summer against the USA. They've won 12, drawn 5 of the last 17. All the stats are there. They've only failed to score once in 22. They do score goals, 51 goals in their last 16 competitive games. Astonishing figures there. So yeah, I am interested by the 6-5 on Germany. There's serious self-belief in that squad now as well. I think the Bayern Munich Champions League winners has installed that. There's a confidence about them. Looking at Argentina, you know, the semi-final was a ball fest. I quite enjoyed the 0-0 between Iran and I think it was Nigeria in the group stage. I just couldn't get into this semi-final. Sort of wondering what Alejandro Sabella's getting out of this team, because there doesn't seem to be any sort of clear focus or you know, give the ball to Messi and see what he can do. And Nigel de Jong shut him off down in the semi-final, and wasn't really much else. Di Maria, of course, is missing from this as well. They've only scored 7 goals in 6 World Cup games, which is embarrassing when you consider the riches they've got in that attacking lineup. But they have kept 9 clean sheets in 11 games now, which is amazing. They only kept 4 in qualifying, so they've only lost 1 game in 25. Of course, they're unbeaten in 27 games now, where Messi's featured as well, and I think he's the factor here, which makes me not want to keep me with Germany at 6-5, because he can turn a game himself. So instead, I'm going to look at the goals markets here. I think one thing you can notice when you look at World Cup finals, 5 of the last 6 have gone under 2.5 in the goals markets. 3 of the last 6 have gone under 1.5. Under 2.5 goals here is just 1-2. It's not really backable at that price. Both teams have scored. It's happened in just 1 of the last 6 World Cup finals as well. You can get 21 to 20 if you fancy both teams to score. Just 2 of the last 5 have been settled in 90 minutes. So the draw here appeals massively at 21 to 10.
Okay.
I think it's quite a nice price. We've seen the nature of this knockout tournament. It's very, very tight games. You can have the draw and under 2.5 goals at 5 to 2 if you back both. So that's where I'm going here. I think Germany deserve favouritism, but I just can't rule out Argentina when you've got the world's best player on the team.
Cool. So your best bet in the World Cup final, plus who will be picking up the trophy late on Sunday night?
Germany, quite a bit of Germany. And yeah, I'm going to back draw and under 2.5 goals.
Excellent. It's all about Germany.